about it. Sip of the Word with Cass.
Hello and welcome to Sip of the Word. And today we will talk about suffering. What is suffering? We're going to understand that. As usual, if this is your first time to listen to Sip of the Word, do well to subscribe, do well to share, do well to like this video so that we keep doing this. God bless you.
From the bottom of my heart. Let's talk about it. Sip of the Word with Cass.
Suffering. Yes. Suffering. A lot of people are suffering from one thing or the other. Some are going through emotional suffering, some physical suffering that has to do with probably not having facilities to some things, etc. So people suffer from so many things, so many things. So suffering can be physical, can be emotional, can be psychological, and all of that. Okay. And we just want to look at suffering in just a single aspect. Alright, so suffering, let's talk about it. Don't be afraid of it. First of all, that's what I'll say. Yes, don't be afraid of suffering. I mean, come on, everybody suffers one way or the other. People go through things one way or the other. Okay? If it's meant to be, let it be. If you are meant to walk through that path, walk. Pass through the tunnel, through that fire, the storm, hail, wilderness. Don't be afraid. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is dry land after sea, definitely. No matter how wide the sea is, just keep moving, just keep swimming, just keep moving. You will surely get to a dry land. That's just how life is anyway. So don't give up. And let me tell you, there is God. Yes. There is surely a hand to pick you up. So don't be afraid and don't give up. Most often in such a period, people won't even offer any help. Yes, opportunities would look or seem like they vanished into thin air. Everything seemed upside down in this kind of period. When you are suffering, nothing seemed to work out right. When you're going through things, it seems like the whole world is shut down on you. It is okay to feel confused at this point, feel abandoned, and many other feelings that come with it. It's okay to feel like that. Somebody will say, it's okay not to feel okay. It is a path you need or needed to pass through. Because as I'm talking, there are people that have successfully, by the grace of God, walked through that path. They can tell you that I went through this, so I understand how this goes. And that's why I said it is a path you need or needed for those who have actually come out of it to pass through. And when you finish well, you will understand that all of these people were actually there and they didn't go anywhere. The opportunities were actually still there. Okay, the solution was there somewhere. But you see, when you're suffering, you can be caught up in chaos in the head, like so many things that can bring blindness to solutions, deafness. Because you're going through so much, you could hardly even see. Let's take a look at the story of Hagar when she was asked to leave the house of Abraham. Okay, Abraham's household in Genesis chapter 21, and she was sitting under a tree crying because the child was thirsty and she was also thirsty. Like they were in need, especially of water. But the Bible tells us that they were in the desert. Okay, so she couldn't find not even water to drink. Probably her food got finished, and so she was suffering. Let me say both emotionally, because this is somebody who had given birth to a child for somebody that she once considered master of the house, and the same person that actually asked you to leave the house was the same person that asked you to do her a favor by sleeping with her husband. And so this is completely insane for her, or let's say this was a complete insane situation. And just like any human being, she would be broken, she will be disappointed, she will feel abandoned, she will feel all kinds of things. Okay? And now she was hungry. She needed food. The child needs water too. And she was confused. She almost like, okay, whatever happens should happen. And the Bible tells us that an angel had to appear. Let me just wrap that up. And when the angel appeared, the angel had to open her eyes and she saw a well. Now, that actually got me thinking, just like what I started saying earlier. Sometimes we get really blinded by the problems that we don't even see the solution until God opens our eyes, or until we try to calm down. When we are completely calmed, then we will be able to think clearly. We'll be able to see things clearly. And so a lot of people find themselves in situations like that. Okay? But there's one thing you need to know. That yes, in this suffering that you're in, and for those that have come out of it, they can testify to this. That yes, the opportunities were still there. People were there. There was help actually. But just like you now, you keep wondering why am I not getting the help that I need now? Why am I suffering? Why am I so much in need? Sister, brother, it just isn't time for them to step in or to show up, or for this opportunity to be given to you. Okay? It is called the wilderness period, and when you are in that period, it seems like the whole world is actually shut down on you. Okay? And like I said, that does not mean that it is an absence of opportunities of help. It's just that path. It is just that period of your life. It is just that wilderness of your life that you need to experience. Listen, time happens to them all. Time heals. I've been hearing this, like, first it wouldn't even make sense to you if you haven't gone through anything though. But it takes people who have gone through tough things, like tough problems. And when you're going through that, at this moment, if you're going through any problem right now, you may think, this is not going to end. God, when is this ever going to end? Will I be able to heal? Will I be able to feel better again? And all those things. But I can assure you, like, I know this for so well. You will surely be fine. Honestly, just give yourself time and allow God to heal you. And you sit back, look at all those things, and you're like, really? Did I go through that? And you'll be looking for the hurt. You can't even find it. But that's just what it is. Life sometimes is like a roller coaster, right? Yeah. But I want to tell you that time truly heals. So what is suffering?
Let's talk about it. Sip of the word with Cass.
Suffering can be an emotional or physical pain from lack of opportunities. Now, I said that at the beginning, right? That's what it is. Suffering is not God's way of punishing you, but God's way of giving you a voice, a message, a platform to heal the world. Now I'm going to explain that. Now, what it means is that you're going to use your experience to rescue someone from their mess. Because if you've been through it and you came out strong by the mercies of God, I believe you are in the right position to be able to encourage somebody to stay stronger. So I believe that the things that God actually allows us to go through is not just about us, it's not just for us, but so we can also help others. So he wants to use your voice, he wants to use the situation, your experience, to help rescue somebody who probably might not have the same strength as you. There are some people that are so strong that they could go through some things alone. But in life, no matter how strong people are, you still need somebody. And God has a way of positioning people, one or two, not always all the time though, and not always for every case. But he has a way of positioning somebody in your life at a particular time in your life that can help you stand. Yes, because the truth is, sometimes you really can't do it on your own, right? And so that's why when you have been able to conquer such periods, you should be able to also hold someone's hands. And I believe this is one of the reasons why God allows us to go through things. It's to teach us a lot of things. Yeah, suffering teaches us so many things. It teaches us to be humble, it teaches us to trust in God completely, and so on. Yeah. So if you could allow God, he has the power to turn your messes into messages. If it was meant to happen, you can either use it as a tool or a weapon. Yeah, your suffering was or is actually a bridge to the next level. And so please, you need to stay stronger. So suffering also can be considered as a state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. And like I said, it could be emotional or physical or so many other ways though. But remember, you are never alone. That's the truth, because for whatever you think you're going through, there are millions of people going through similar things. Trust me on that. So there is no way, in fact, you have no right to take your life, commit suicide or something terrible, do something terrible to yourself just because you think you are the only one going through this and you can't handle it anymore. Sweetheart, people have gone through things, but you're still alive, so you gotta be there, stay right there, hang in there, and trust in God. Okay, remember, you are not alone. After this phase, there will be so many reasons to praise God. Yes. And you sit down and say, oh God, I didn't know that you were trying to bring out this beautiful side of me. I didn't know that you were trying to show the world this beautiful side of me. Sweetheart, the only way for you to realize this is to stay stronger. Stay stronger to the end. Win. Win for you and win for others. God has our present, our past. God has our future. And that's why he is our present help in time of need. So when we are in need, we have to turn to him. I mean, come on. When God wants you to go through certain things, or there are certain situations in your life that no matter how many times you ask for help, it will not come, because you need to pass through that. And so what you do is to just turn to God to give you the strength, the wisdom, etc., to go through it, and stop cursing, stop being angry, stop questioning God, because he just knows what he's doing. Since you and I don't really understand the whole thing, we just need to trust him anyway. And that takes us to our quotation for today.
Let's talk about it. Sip of the Word with Cass.
Our quotation for today is, when I come to the end of the rope, God is there to take over. And when God takes over, the battle is over. Did you hear that? Let me take that again. When I come to the end of the rope, God is there to take over. And when God takes over, the battle is over. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 5. Beloved, sometimes, in fact, at this point, it's just good. It will be okay, very okay, to allow God to take over. And you know, when we actually get to that point where we think that, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Like, I mean, come on. A whole lot of us have actually been to that kind of, like, we've reached that point sometimes in life. You're like, I can't do this anymore. No, I am done. Yes, that is exactly the point you need to get to, for God to take over. Because you cannot do it. You cannot fix this, but He can. God bless you, and see you again next time. This was Trisha Kamara.
Trisha Kamara.